Hello and welcome everybody. We got the Global Labs update for February 21st, 2025. It was already a small modification made. A bit smaller of an update. First off, we got the Solar window replay feature. Apparently it's going to be for the top 10 classes in each region and also your own. So you can watch the game of the adventurer who is ranking in the Solar window and your own, like as mentioned before. The top 10 adventurers replay storage by region, so each region and classes are stored with adventurers in the top 10. For example, the 10th archer class in the South American region is stored as a replay. Then there's a web download button in the replay menu of the Solare UI. Click on download to see the list of the replay report on the web. And then you can see this as a sort of example. In this UI, you can check the list of families by distinguishing each region and class. If you select the family name for the target of the replay, you can see the list of the game that the adventurer is, and you can download it after checking the game. When downloading, you can write the title of the replay. So there's also a little button here. The downloaded replay is displayed in the list based on the written title, and the number of downloads does not increase even if the same family is downloaded several times. The replay playback is played in the Solaris window UI. When checking the replays of other areas, the family name and guild name are not exposed on the replay screen. So here we have a brief example. Should have preloaded this. So this is an example of a replay already with some highlights at the bottom of the screen, including a pause, fast forward, and some other features. So shortcuts that we're being told already is O letter for shortcutting the key view, P for playing and pausing, the square brackets for 5 seconds later or 5 seconds ahead, F1 to F7 move the camera to the team members who correspond to each team's order, F9 to change to another character's point of view, F10 for activating and disabling in the recording point, escape to end the replay, and control U for the photo mode. Might actually be pretty nice for a few in-action photos due to the pause. There's also some changes coming for some of the fish. Apparently, I mean, it's a little bit written as a roleplay thing of story of some anglers who've sailed with sailors, and they found that fish have been found. So the lubar is going into the ocean. If this is the lubar from Camasylvia, that's quite interesting. There's also some extra rare fish being added, and some parrots. I'm guessing it means the parrotfish in the Napo Sea, the black flounder in Megoria waters, and galgal, no idea what fish that would be, in the Elter waters. We'll see about that. The only really big thing is Blackstar weapons, armor, and Godr weapons. The essence of Agris is being lowered again. This is quite significant, so please hold off on continuing on your Blackstar. We have on Blackstar for the Blackstar weapons and armors, the base going from 5 to 4, Try to Duo going from 6 to 5, Duo to Try going from 8 to 6, Try to Tet going from 12 down to 9, and finally Tet to Pen Blackstar is going from 20 down to 15, which is pretty damn low, considering that Nuver weapons are still at 35 Agris essence from Tet to Pen. Now it's, well, less than half, which is quite crazy. For the Godr weapons, it's going from base to Pry, going from 10 to 7. Pry to Duo, going from 12 to 9. Duo to Try, going from 15 to 11. Try to Tet, going from 20 down to 15. And finally, Tet to Pen Godr, going from 25 down to 18. Again, if you have more than the new highest value, it'll insta change to the Agris Essence. If you are at the value, it will also automatically trigger, and if you are below, you can still grow it to the new level. There's a small change for the maximum durability progress of red grade equipment, and it has been changed to prevent the maximum durability being lowered, it seems. So we'll have to see what this means overall. There's also been a dedicated icon being added to the snowboarding zones. That'll be hopefully a little bit interesting. Pig King is getting its first changes. So apparently the aggro is being changed from Pig King a little bit. There's also been changes. There's going to be some changes for the positioning of the golden pigs. There's also some changes for them wandering. Now, 25 minutes after entering, it was changed so the golden Pig King will not appear forcibly. Also, after entering the cave, the time spent on forced exit was changed from 30 to 70 minutes. And apparently, the gold pork oyster is what it's translated out, but as far as I know, this is the big bonus has been changed that it is less necessary until the owner of the treasure appears. Could be that it's going to make it a little bit easier to get the special reward. Might make it close a little bit faster, but we'll have to see once this hits regular servers. There's also some change on the monster damage and notifications at the spot. So 1 minute before the Golden Pig King disappears, the message was improved. And the expiration date of the Golden Pig King was changed to 10 minutes. And finally, when monsters remained in the zone, the notifications were improved. There's also some changes for the announcement if somebody wins, it seems. And also, after leaving, the re-entry waiting time was initialized in a particular situation. So apparently, there was a issue with re-entering. Oh, this one isn't being translated. There's a small quest change for the Ocean of the Ocean, or one of the ocean quests, being changed from needing to kill a hungry Hekaru to a sick Hekaru. That should make it a little bit easy. And the knowledge for Sunlight Blackstones and the Lunar Blackstones, which are no longer available, have been deleted. So those are being removed from the knowledge list. They've improved the boarding and unboarding at Ilia Island to Dellinghart Island. They've also changed the shape of the roof in the Serendia regions. There's also been some changes for Heroes of the Battlefield and monster cannons. We'll see. Otherwise, there's also some small changes being done for the chat input UI. So there's assigned to you can check the status of your current input language, Korean or English. This won't really affect us, but it's more for global in Korea. There's also a small improvement on the title UI for the temporary titles. The remaining time will now be displayed on said title. And there is an added display for the casting technical bar in Black Shrine. Finally, we have some general modifications and changes that could they cover a few things with bartering again, so there's still some fixes in the bartering being done, some stuff in Solare, and also some general quest fixes. The second big thing that we have right now is a big developer update. So we have a new dev talk. We'll be going through that as well. So dev talk wise, the hardcore server is coming. It will feature the first 4 classes on release, which is Warrior, Sword, Ranger, and Berserk. The release of the hardcore server will be March 12th or 13th, which will be the start of the season. Overall, it looks somewhat interesting. You collect points by grinding PvE or PvP. You lose 30% of your points upon death to either. Team-ups are being discouraged by creating a sort of Thunderdome mechanic if many people are in one area, of closing the area, making it smaller and smaller, and only one person will be able to get out alive of the area. There we go. Also, March 20th, the Ataraxian Orzekea dungeon will appear. It is the 4th and final dungeon being released. The AP requirements are 350 and DP 440, based on total stats AP 1150 and DP 680. So this should be quite a tanky dungeon. The main reason they're doing this is because they also want to add some grind zones into the previous dungeons and possibly this one. There's changes coming to the loyalty shop, or mileage shop as they call it in this case. From the sound of it, there's even supposed to be some pearl items coming into the loyalty shop, at least for one-time buying. So maybe hold on to your loyalty points and prep for that. It could be a little bit interesting. The next big change that they want to do is they want to unify the UI and preset changes. So overall, they want to pull it all into one place. So the idea is that the presets are auto-applied to content. So let's say you have a skill preset for Arena of Solare. You then assign it to the Arena of Solare content, and when you enter, it will auto-apply. Similar thing for PvE content, you can set a certain pet group to be active, including a skill preset and also a fairy preset. And at the same time, if you enter Node Wars, it will change all skill, pet, and fairy resets at once, making it a bit more friendly to auto-swap. March 6th is also the planned update for the character crew and the first mate reset. Sadly, there was no real information on it beyond the release date. Finally, we got some new outfits coming. We got a sort of witch-inspired, Tariff-inspired outfit coming for female classes. Then we have a mid-March release for all classes, a outfit called Sunny Breeze. This is for shy, female, and males. Looks quite cute. Could be a bit interesting. We'll see about it. Finally, there's also the Papu coming as a little backpack basket. So far, we don't know the stats on it, but from the sound of it, it looks like an alternative to the Otter. So if you have an Otter and who you would like Papu with similar stats, this will most likely be available around the same time. However, we will have to see how it goes and what stats it provides. And with that, we have the dev commentary done as well. I'm going to be, if you're looking for a direct link to the dev commentary, including in English and lay voiceover, it will be in the description below. And same thing for the global patch notes, directly being linked, also in the comments below. And I'm personally looking forward to the hardcore server, and giving that a shot or two should be quite interesting.